Okay, I am back with the music hauls for the month. This is for March, and this is coming out on time, thankfully, because now I have all my shit in order. But this month was pretty much, I will say this was my biggest gold mine on obscure music. This one, honestly, was more vinyl heavy than cassette heavy, opposite of what last month was. Because the only cassette I got this time, we're just going to kick it off. Shane MacGowan and the Popes, The Snake. If you can see that right, oh, of course the sirens start now. But this is still sealed. I don't know if this is from, like, the early 90s when it was released. I think it was 94 it was released. Is there an... I was trying to look for a date on here, but I can't find one. And I believe it was like 94, 95. But it's cool because it still has the original Tower Records stickers on it, the price tags. We got that one in a sealed. I got it for like $15. So I consider that a win. And we're just going to get right into the CDs now. I got a nice stack here. I went to a show this month for Cody Manson's They Love to Hate Me tour. And I got a good bit of these CDs here. And the first one was from a group called Brandish My Metal. And I don't know if this is a single or an EP called Tempered Elements. And I got the guy, I think his name's I'm very bad at reading names. But I got the guy on the left of the whatever the screen. My finger's pointing at it. I got him to sign it and he gave me it for free. Really cool. He did a really good set, I'll say that for sure. So that was pretty neat. And then we're getting into now Cody Manson CDs. We got his debut album on LSP, Psychoactive. One thing I'm very confused about a lot of artists doing. They're doing these like cardboard sleeves. I'm guessing it's cheaper. But it's like, I don't know, the quality just does not feel... I don't like the quality of them compared to, like, jewel case CDs. And with this one, too, even, it looks blurry, kind of, if you notice it. Ooh, jump scare. But, like, everything but the barcode is blurry. So I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be or whatever. But it's a really good album from him. It has songs with, where's it at? Triple MFD, which is Scum, and Insane Poetry. Gmo Ski, Razzikel, and Damian Quinn on this thing too. My favorite song is probably Tunnel Vision. That's a good one off of here. And I would recommend checking it out, as do I say to all of these. Then we got his second album on LSP. We have E = MC Skelter. This one definitely was a lot more polished. I love the cover art of this. Why this was never on a shirt, I have no idea. It should be. But like, we have the line. They actually had what is it, Scrim from Suicide Boys. He did a few beats off of here, or he had a few beats on here. I think it was Unbirthday, and I think it was Jackie Chan as well. And he also has Ghostmane on this thing, which is cool. But unfortunately, that track is not on Spotify or any other streaming services that I'm aware of. This one, I would say, definitely a big step up from Psychoactive, but it's still good in its own way. I think my favorite song is, that's a tricky one, probably Tears of a Clown. I'm just going to streamline through the CDs quick. And then we have his Charlie Monroe EP, which is kind of like the rock EP pretty much. It has the remixes for Already Dead, Step Back, Purge, and Shut the F Up. And it has I believe this is an original song, Obnoxious for it. These were cool. A lot of these songs, actually, everything but Purge and Obnoxious was on Psychoactive. I like these versions of them better, surprisingly. Favorite is the Purge remix off of this, just because. Let's see. Got switched around. And then we have Cody Manson and Shabby. I'm going to say it that way because I don't know how to say it. Fish Scale EP. This one it's a 5-track EP, and it has the Purge original song remastered on it. And it also features Scum on Junkies. And I gotta say, my favorite off of this one is Purge as well. It's just a good song. A weird looking EP though. I'm not sure why, but both of these on gorehop.com. I think you could get them both for $15, but they were both $10 each on the tour. But now, like, for 5-track EPs, I don't know, maybe it's just me, I think that's a bit high for it, but what do I know? Then we have Michael Lawless, Gangrel. This is his debut album on LSP. I got him to sign the shrink wrap. I got it in like a protective sleeve. I was able to meet him on the tour. He was really nice. He had a great set. Just nice guy overall. And it's funny because I'm normally, I'm just gonna say he's a bit shorter than me, even though I'm normally the short one. I'm like 5'4" or whatever. And I was talking to him, and I was like, I remember seeing a bit over his head, but he was cool. Nice guy, great album. I think my favorite song off it is, oh, I forgot. It's either Gray or Leave the Planet. It's both really good, and it's just insane. I was lucky to get this thing. Now, what are we on? We're on my birthday stuff, because I had my birthday earlier this month, and I went to a record store like I always do, because it's my favorite thing to do. I was able to pick up I think this is late 80s, early 90s copy of Frank Zappa's Hot Grass on CD, which I thought was pretty neat. It's a Ryko one, so I don't know what Ryko does normally, but I have a few Bowie things by them. Just weird. Then we have Suicide Silence, You Can't Stop Me, the normal version. I had the deluxe version, actually, and I sold the patch and all for that. That was a pretty neat find. $6 on all 4 of these CDs. I'm about to show you these two and the 2 after that. Suicide Silence, No Time to Bleed. I was actually missing this one. I was missing all of these from my collection. My favorite song of this one, probably Disengage. It's a good track. What's another one off of this one that I like? Lift It. I used to play that on drums when my legs were not cracked. Then we have The Cleansing by Suicide Silence. This is the European version note. I was lucky to find this. It has the bonus track, A Dead Current, and 6 live clips for it. There's another one on here as well, I believe. It's just whatever. Oh. Is that the bonus track on here? What? It says Destruction of a Statue flipped upside down. Weird. But hey, it's cool. I was surprised to find a European import. And it's even crazier that it was only $6 as well. Kind of lost track there for a second. Now we're getting into my thrift store finds. I was able to find, I have a few extras, like I picked up, Limp Bizkit, and like a few other like rock and metal ones that I don't listen to normally, but I've picked them up to flip them online. But these are the ones I'm keeping. These are 99 cents a piece. Robert Plant, Fate of Nations. Neat looking cover there. The Very Best of Cream, which I like their music, especially like a lot of the stuff from what the hell was it called? I think it's called Disraeli Gears, if I'm correct. It has one of my favorite tracks on here, Swabbler and Tales of Brave Ulysses. But they have a lot of good songs. Then we have the James Gang, which obviously has Funk Number 49, my favorite track by them. It's just such a weird song, and I gotta think, like, what happened? There's also a 48. What happened to the first 47? Okay, we're into vinyl now, actually. I was surprised how quick that went. Hold on. Now we're gonna go from most common to probably the most obscure. That's how I want to do this to make it easier. First up, because I know Mamas and Papas are popular on TikTok now. Well, they were with California Dreamin', and now Cass Elliott's Make Your Own Kind of Music. So I figured that was appropriate to pick up. Farewell to the Golden Era. I thought it was pretty cool. It's only $1 too, so that's not a bad pickup at all. Some Dunhill label. I would say don't worry about handling the dollar ones, because I gotta clean them and put them in new sleeves anyway. So they're all gonna get handled with care, let's say that. Next up, Prince, Purple Rain. Picked this up for $2 in the dollar bin. My guy was there and he was like, yep, there you go. And I just thought that was a wild pickup. I don't think I have this on vinyl, surprisingly. I have a CD of it now, I know of. But still, like, that's crazy. $2. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell 1. Thought that was a pretty nice one for $1 as well. I'm just checking it out. What was I thinking? I thought it was a gatefold for a second, but I'm not sure. Oh, it had the original lyric sleeve. Kind of a bit iffy and beat up, but hey, it's $1. I'm not... Okay, this is gonna come out and I'll fix this later. I'm not gonna worry about this now, because I will be here all day. And we have Molly Hatchet self-titled. This is a pretty neat one to pick up. My favorite off this one, probably Cheating Woman. That's a good one off of this. And it has the lyric sleeve, which I thought was pretty neat. I'm watching my computer render the new video, so I was like, don't mess up. Should fix this one. There we go. Now I'm not at risk of clicking cancel. And we have the Monkees, More of the Monkees. That was pretty cool. My favorite off here. I'm not a super big, obviously they have I'm a Believer on here. I'm not a big Monkees fan, but for like $1, I'm not gonna pass it up. That's a pretty neat find, regardless of if you're a super fan or a casual listener. That's how I see it. We have Ted Nugent's Cat Scratch Fever, Water Damaged for $1. But I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't notice it till now. The full cover is just him standing there. I thought that was pretty wild. It isn't a bad album from them. I'm not a fan of it, really. They have Wang Dang Sweet Poo-Tang on here. And then, what is it? 1,000 Knives. But other than that and Cat Scratch Fever, I'm like, it's an okay album. I'm not my biggest favorite. This is kind of where I fall off in his music. And we have, what is it? Pentacle Crow Sister. It's like a folksy band, pretty much. I thought it was pretty interesting. And what's weird is it's only, what is this, 1, 2... It's only 5 tracks long. And side 2 is Jack Orion, and that takes up the whole entire thing. Can I pull this out quickly? It's on the Reprise label, which I really like that label out of any of them for like the more generic style of the labels. I think it's a pretty neat one. Then we have Meet the Beatles, $2. That was a pretty neat pickup. Favorite off of here? Don't know really. Probably a Solar Standing there if I had to pick one. It's on the Capitol, like the weird rainbow label looking thing. Not a bad pickup. This is probably my favorite pickup. This was on my birthday. Edgar Winter's White Trash. I've been looking for this for a while, and I was just so lucky to be able to grab it. Favorite song off of here is probably Dying to Live. It's just a great song. Edgar Winter, in general, I think he's just... It sounds crazy, I think he's a musical genius. Him and his brother, Johnny. They are both just... I would say some of the best. And it's on this, like, yellow Epic label. And I would say, if you have not listened to Edgar Winter and want to listen to him more, check out his, the Edgar Winter Group's, Frankenstein live. It's like a 9-minute song, but I think it's 10 times better than the original. Even the original's amazing. We have, this is a dollar bin one again, The Chieftains Live, or like Irish folk stuff. It's pretty neat, I like them, and their live stuff I think is a lot better. Oh, I just noticed the one guy in the middle. I don't know why, it's just a funny looking guy. But hey, what you gonna do? They're good musicians. And we have Heart self-titled, $2 for this. I was like, how in the hell did I get that lucky? This one has What About Love on it, which is the one everyone knows. Let's see. This has the original inner sleeve. Ta-da! What's the label look like on the record? Yep, the Rainbow Capital Swirl. Crap. Now we're getting into the obscure stuff more and more. This one, I got this on my birthday. The Flock Dinosaur Swamps. It's like more of like a jazzy type thing. I was just listening to it today. It's not that bad of an album. I was surprised on how much I really liked it. Oh god, there's a ferret and a skull. Minute since I checked it. Yeah, someone clipped the top corner, but I ain't gonna complain. I'm not gonna take this one out because it seems to be a bit more complicated to pull out of here. But I would say if you're looking for something I would say this is more on the calm end of stuff. That's how I would kind of put this. If I had to put something to it. Flipping stuff around quick. Then we have Chase, self-titled, but this is on the Quadraphonic. I believe I have this album, but I have no idea where it is. Not a bad album. I'm trying to think of what I was going to say about it. Other than I wanted to try to find more Quadraphonic releases, so I was just super lucky to find this one. Just flip you back here. There. Also, that was the Flux Dinosaur song with like $6. That was $4. Most of these are coming from my birthday until I say otherwise. And then we have Lighthouse, Sweet Feeling. I already have one of their albums. I picked it up for like $15 or whatever. But this I picked up for like $5. So I was like, that's not that bad. It has a bit of seam splitting. Oh, a lot more than I thought it was, but I can save it. That's just on an RCA label. It's nothing too special. I need to clean it and get a lot of these kind of ready and preserved. I just noticed there's a corner drawn on it. Was this worth the $5? I don't know. And see, I'm preserving the music. That's what I like to say about it. There we go. Then we have, this was 5, I want to say? Stone Bolt self-titled. They're like, it's a lot of late 70s stuff. My favorite song off of this is probably, One Man's Heartache. And this is a promotional copy. I think this is from, when did this come out? This is 78, but I think this promotional copy came out, like, in the early 80s, maybe. I'm not 100% sure on this one. But it has a promotional label as well. It's not just stamped, which is what I like seeing. Because honestly, some people see the stamp and then they're like, oh, let me jack it up. Even though it could just be like normally like a $5 record, but that stamp they charge it up to $25 or some shit like that. So it's like when I see the stamp, I also like to see the label with them. Oh yeah, and then we have the Association's Birthday. I have one of their albums from, I think it's Korea or Taiwan. But I have this album as a promotional copy already. I was just lucky to find it. Favorite song off of this one? Probably Here and Here. Yes. Another one of these just, what is this, late 60s, I believe? Yeah, it looks like late 60s, early 70s stuff. I don't know if they're super, like, obscure compared to some of the others that I've found, but they're not, you don't hear people like, hey, do you listen to the Association? So it's just, that's how I measure it. And we have, this is a Dollar Bin one, Brooklyn Bridge, self-titled, I believe? Yes. Oh god, this is a trippy looking cover. Not a super bad album. Again, $1, so I can't really beat that price for it. Now we're getting into what I call the gold mine of stuff that I've picked up. This was $10. Kind of tore it a bit at the top, but oh well. This is Grins All Out. And what I think is really cool about this one, if you notice it pops open, I'll show you the back because this guy looks super excited to let you listen to his album. But what's neat about it, to get the record out, I thought that was pretty neat way of getting it out. Has the original Leonard sleeve, which cool for $10. Not bad. I don't like some of the record stores I go to. I know it's for like a security reason, but they put the price tag on the album itself, and I'm like, this was in fine condition until I tried to pull it off, and then all of a sudden one part got caught and it just kind of tore that little bit. So that was my risk going into it. But still, I'm like, come on. But this is my favorite album at the moment. I picked this up on my birthday for $5. This is White Lady by Bagger. This is the Epic Records promotional copy. I just talked about this on TikTok as I'm filming this. And that's, I think it's number 199 on there now. Such a good album. I don't know if it's like, I don't know if you would call it like, it's not really funk, because it has some brass stuff in it, but it also has like more of like a southern rock feel to it. It's kind of weird 70s stuff, but still. Oh my god, such a good album. That's what I like to see when it's like, when you start the album off and it's just a basic record, Epic label. When you start the album off with a banger, Dream of You, that's the best feeling ever when it's like, you know it's gonna be good. But I think my favorite songs off of this are, what is it? Listen to Me and White Lady. And it's so good. What I like about this label, well, the Epic Records, like the sticker on the bottom, nothing's like checked in, no scribbles, no nothing. That's what I like seeing. If I'm gonna go for one. Oh, this one I picked up for $5, I wanna say. The American Dream, self-titled. I believe they're more on the folk end of everything. Oh no, it's stuck to it again. It had some like sticker glue residue on one end, so I gotta kind of pop it out. Well, I'm not gonna pop this out because I might rip something right now. It's not a bad album. I listened to it already, and this does not look like how it should look. Obviously, there's some tape repairs or whatever, but that's not the thing. But it looks like this should be in the gatefold, but it's not. That's the odd part. So, hey, you do you. Now we're getting into like the big. Let's say no, we still have 2 more I can do before I hit the big hitters. Stray Dog, self-titled. I like the cover because it feels like old book, like it's textured, and it feels nice. $4 for this. Can't beat that. You got these 3 lovely lads on the back. I think it's just neat. The Paupers, Magic People is up next. I listened to their other album the day before I got this, not even expecting. I think this was $8 or $10. Maybe it's $15, I'm not sure. Between $8 and $15, I'll say that. This one wasn't nice. It's heavy too, I'll say that for sure. It's a decent inside. Don't like how the record is still like that. It's on, what's that, Verb Forecast? I do not think I've heard of that label before. Like, if I have to think of it, I'm like, nope, it's not ringing a bell. Come on, you little bastard, get in there. Now we're getting into my big hitters. These were when I first started discovering these obscure music pages back in, I would say, late May to early June. That's kind of when I started finding these. And these are all on the top of my list. Like, within the first 20, I'll say. Out of the 5,000 I've written down. We have the Lost Gonzo Band, self-titled. I saw this and I'm like, no way I'm seeing this right now. Sounds stupid if you don't know this stuff. And I'm like, for $8, even with the corner cut, I was like, yes please, I will pick this up now. Just on a normal MCA label, but still. Like, for me, this was like, oh, my day went from good to great. Where? Yeah, the guy has a few other ones there as well, but I'm like, I'm not saying, I feel bad, I feel like I'm like gatekeeping it, but I'm like, no. With how like much I've researched these, I'm waiting until I find them all to say anything, because I'm not risking anything being gone. Then we have Blues self-titled album. This is a promotional DJ copy as well, which I thought was pretty neat, and I found this for $4. $4. How? That was just crazy. Oh my god. I did not look in this yet. Holy hell. I have not looked in this at all. Other than just, whatever, like looking at it. Oh my god. So we have, it's blue, whatever. I'm guessing it's just a promotional thing. Then we have a flat photograph of them. That's so neat! Holy hell. Let me pop this open quick. And it's just on the RSO label. don't see anything about it being promotional. But hey, with how much stuff is in here, I don't even give a damn anymore. I'm telling you, I did not look in this, and that just made my day like 10 times better now. Even more than when I found it, so I thought that was, oh my god, please stop falling around me. Hold on, I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I found a lot of these for just, I honestly did not even look at the tags half the time. I just went, okay, this is in the collection now, this is in the collection. I want to do this one next. This was a very big hitter. This was number 3 on my list. Black Pearl, self-titled. He has their live album, which is their only 2 albums, and that was $20, this is $25. I had to kind of rationally think about what I'm doing, but still. This was an amazing find. This is the songs Crazy Chicken, White Devil, Climbing Up the Walls. My favorite one off of this is Mr. Soul Satisfaction. And when is this from? 69. Let me see if there's any gold in here. It seems like I just hit big. It has a tiny bit of seam splitting on, like, very minuscule. Ooh, this is a heavy duty Atlantic label. Oh, big boy. But I'm not doing anything else with the sleeve until I'm gonna get a proper cleaning kit for it. And oh yeah, there's also it's like a extra cut, like whatever they called them back then. There's a special name for it, but I don't know it at the moment. But there's one of those, and even with that for $25, I was like, I still had to get it. I don't care. Here's my... Oh, I almost picked up 2 of them. We have Smoke Rise, their rock opera album, The Survival of St. Joan. This is number 3 on my list. And this is just an amazing album. I love the cover, love the back. I actually put this in a poster. A custom poster I'm getting made. This is a double album. It's great, honestly. I'm actually looking at getting the they have a 7-inch record collection from this you can get. Just show the inside quick. Weird as hell. They actually had it's like a lot of the songs on 7-inch. And it's on Paramount. Looks pretty cool. But that's not the best part about this. I paid $15 and I'll show you what it has in just a second. Once I put this in here, it has the pamphlet, the booklet with everything in it. Oh, and it also has the normal picture of them on the back. But it has like all this. I was like shitting myself pretty much. Like, how do I get this lucky? Like the guy I'm going to again. He still has a lot more of these obscure ones I'm looking for, like Faith, self-titled album. That's $50. And I was like, okay. I spent $85 in 7 minutes. That's how crazy I was with this. Because when I do crate digging, I double, like, dig, because my eyes can just work that way. But I am ready. This month, especially with Record Store Day coming up in April, I'm already looking to spend about $200 there. I'm not lying. Because I already know the prices of 4 things, and that already has me at like about $132, and I'm getting 8 things. But yeah, that was the March collection. A lot more vinyl than I thought I would have now, and it seems like April, especially with Record Store Day coming up, is going to be a big hitter too. So just stay tuned for that. If you like these music haul videos, if you like these music haul videos, let me know down below. And just, yeah, I will see you in the next one with a lot more cool stuff, I'm hoping.